Thank you so much, Lady K. And as usual, um, everything just seems to be rounding up just when it is starting to heat up. But I note that today we have at least been able to knock the nail on so many heads. I'm very, very excited that we agree with government about the reintroduction of the commodity board, but with a caveat that they should have their jobs clearly carved out, specific terms of reference, specific targets that enable monitoring and evaluation to be carried out. They are scrapping the first time, the way Mr. Kotangora described it, is more like throwing the baby away with the bathwater. The same time that the IMF was recommending scrapping of commodity boards to Nigeria, they also did to Ghana. They did to Cote d'Ivoire. And they had their own way of, Yorubas will say, Tani Mo, an old man will usually know how the tree to put a piece of meat under the tongue and you will not know that he has meat there. That's what those other countries have done better than us. And I think that it is time that Nigeria uh, exhumes, in the words of Dr. John Isemede, exhumes its eggheads, its experts to help in designing the way forward for all of this. Let me reiterate the fact that on Talking Trade and Investment Global, we have actually, this is in reference to the very last contribution by Helen, we have actually been advocating the creation of export processing centers. Export processing centers are more akin to the hubs that you are talking about, and we will take this a little bit further. I will personally engage with the Director General of SMIDAN. SMIDAN has of recent been forging a very strong working partnership with NEPC and with the God's gracious um, access to the CEOs of these two agencies. I will discuss this a bit further with them, and of course, I'll share outcomes on the WhatsApp group of Talking Trade and Investment Global. But I do know that it is important. I thought His Excellency Nda Ali was also going to recommend. I'm not putting words in your mouth, but I think that we are of the opinion that reopening of as many commercial desks as possible that were arbitrarily and unilaterally and inexplicably closed under, I think it was the Abacha administration. I can't remember whether it was, I think it was the Abacha administration. They were scrapped. Canada, like I always give that example, does have 198 offices of the Trade Commissioner. All of these are export promotion offices of Canada around the entire world. I think if Nigeria is trying to drive to create an export-driven economy, one of the things that the team think tank should be looking at is uh, reopening or locating commercial offices in sensitive and strategic countries where Nigeria's products and services do have export potential. In talking about this kind of collaboration that exists and the call today for other agencies to come here to talk to us, the plan is already underway to have NEXIM either in July or August. NAFDAC, of course, you all know the reason why it does appear that they're always hesitant to come to public glare, the kinds of bullets that you fire at them. So if I can get 1,000 signatures that you will not skin them alive, I will forward this to the Director General and beg her to please send somebody to come and talk to Nigerian exporters. Above all, everybody here has stressed the fact that consultation is key. Consultation is key. You cannot shave somebody's head in his or her absence. He has to present the head to the barber before it is barbed. So I believe that a lot of what is going on, let's take the new administration for its goodwill, for its great intention in creating this sport, but let's also drum it out. Let's put it out there that the practitioners, the players, those who will operate whatever policy it is that is coming to be, need to have an input into it. When there is collective ownership, implementation is easy. When there is collective buy-in, the need for enforcement is drastically reduced because already you were a part and parcel of creating the process. This enables and also calls for an elaborate attention on communication. And of course, I always have said it, it is time for Nigeria to begin to consider export development going hand in hand with export promotion. Export development must go hand in hand with export promotion. Export development right now is absent in our sphere of things, and therefore it does appear that we are promoting to the detriment of development. This is where the issue of the ICRT comes in, because export development will identify the bottleneck in haulage, in products, that the supply chain, products getting from farm gate to the consumption table, whether it be in Banjul or in Nouakchott. Right now, this is a very difficult challenge. Export development will take. So we do advocate for export development to go hand in hand with export promotion. And so on that note, I would leave Lady K, if you do have some more comments today. Our practice has always been to call up our panelists to please say a parting word. Please, Lady K, before you read out comments, may we take our panelists of today, Dr. Olufemi Oyeleye, DG, Don Commission, and after him, Emmanuel Macaulay, after him, Mr. Bayo, to please give their closing shots.
Thank you. Thank you to the technical team. Thank you to everybody. We're about rounding up. So we have 1 minute each from our panelists. And after that, as usual, we take pictures. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Seye Oyeleye once again. As I was saying, it has been quite illuminating listening to everyone. And I'm very glad that we have, again, reemphasized the need for commodity board. I mean, it's a shame that we're still saying this in 2023, why we need a fit for purpose commodity board. It's the only, I think, is the only way we can standardize what we're doing in the non-oil sector. And don't forget that even in the past, with commodity boards that we had, they were the ones that were advising the government. They were the ones that took the products out of the market, in quotes, because it was not a free-for-all thing. The moment we agree that free-for-all that we're doing at the moment and paying lip service to the non-oil sector is only harming us. So I'm glad that even the consensus here is that let's have a commodity board, let's have the TOR well-defined, and let's have experts in exportation. Let them be the ones that are there. You see, you can't have the likes of several people who have spoken here today, and we're still suffering with our non-oil. Just 10 days ago, I was in London, and I went to one of the shops there. And again, all I saw staring me in the face was Ghana yam in boxes. And I kept thinking, why can't we be seeing Nigerian yam all over the place? So, but let's put our house in order. And I'm glad again, and I hope some of the notes taken here will get to the appropriate quarters. I'm sure Mr. Boyede will say, well, you are one of the appropriate quarters, and I'm ready to receive that. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. Emmanuel Macaulay, 1 minute.
Yeah, thank you. Mine will focus mainly challenges of manufacturers, really. Mine, yes. Briefly, I would say 2014, 2015, we were paying 70,000 naira and 90,000 naira to get a container from the port to our factories. But now, from 2016, we have been paying 700,000 and 900,000. And during peak periods of Christmas and so on, it gets to 1.5 million. The problem is still there. 8 years, the ports couldn't be cleared. The roads are not there. From the ports to the various factories, the roads are not there. I'm crying now. I have my reservation because government come, government go. For the past, since I've been manufacturing for over 35 years, it's been like that. People come, say a lot of things. So not that I'm being pessimistic, but I want to maintain sit-down look attitude. The second thing is regulatory agencies. Regulatory agencies we have here, they are making it difficult for businesses to thrive. Manufacturers are in problems. Regulatory agencies charge fees that are even higher than custom duty. You bring in a machine, a manufacturing line from anywhere, the custom duty you pay is even less than what regulatory agencies will say you pay to them. And they have become revenue generating agencies. It's unheard. The third one is export agencies. Okay, the export agencies, please, thank God somebody is on board here. I think Mr. Onu is here. Please. Look, in other clients, it is easy. Everything you do it online. Whether it is NACIMA, whether it is inspection agents, whether it's anything, online you do all those things. But in Nigeria, we have to go to various offices to send somebody down there to complete them. It's not done. It's not done. It is militating against our businesses.
Efficiency, yeah.
Yes, it's too much. Then bottlenecks at the just one moment. Just few seconds, bottlenecks at our ports. Now, to even operate within the sub-region, West Africa, it is difficult. It is difficult. There are no vessels going to Ghana, no direct vessels going to Ghana. And if you have to go by road, our younger brother, Nigeria's younger brother is there, that is saying, as far as he's concerned, he's not concerned with ECOWAS or TLS. If your goods have to cross his country to another country, you have to pay custom duty, that no more transit charges. So you can imagine, those are things the government should do, make overtures to the government of the Republic of Benin to address that issue, because it's the gateway to all other West African countries up there. And yeah, so that is basically it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We have Bayo.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I've really enjoyed myself today. And all I can say is that taking from the mantra of the new government is to say, let us just be hopeful. Hopeful that this time around, hopeful that the government would actually take all of these things seriously. There has been a suggestion on this thread that outcomes of these webinars should form a basis for policy documents for the government. And OBS, we've been on this for a while. I think it's also time for us to be very vigilant and take the bulls by the horn. Whoever is going to be in charge of trade and industry right now, I don't know, but whoever is in charge, let's try to make an inroads in there and be very hopeful that indeed this time around, this government will look and source for the right heads in the right places. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much. At this point, please turn on your cameras. We're going to take pictures, but before then, we have Johnny Simede has just 30 seconds to make his comments.
Thank you very much. 30 seconds is okay.
It's okay.
You spent 10 already.
Yeah, we are talking of income. Sorry, we are now talking of government in power, is in control. First and foremost, we have to realize that fueling or the new increase is not the only way of running business. There are so many obstacles. It is the duty of the president to tell the governors to remain in their states and give them targets and the local government chairman, vis-a-vis the OPA and the MDA. Then we know we're in business. Secondly, this administration has to stop leakages. Unreceipted expenses based on what we have said is making us very uncompetitive. We have to rewind and redesign our trade policies. I can give you the example of Kenya, Malawi, and all that, when they were rejecting our cocoa and all that. Finally, giving a man export license does not make him an exporter. We must establish an institution. Some of us are here to sacrifice. They are books. We can't have over 250 universities we are importing food. Finally, where are the players? Why do you pull them? If you go to the primary school, you have primary 1, primary 2, and all that. Where are those players at the upper layer, the mid layer, and the downstream? Finally, costing is very important.
We have done quarter-final, semi-final, and final.
So, final costing is very important. You cannot be talking of trade. You cannot be talking of trade promotion. And you cannot be talking of trade without linkages and all that to the diaspora or the ambassador. I can go into my room and bring a heap of letters that I was taking to ambassadors in the past.
Just 1 minute, just to emphasize something that Dr. Isemede said, which has not been included in today's talk. We have been hearing one state, one local government, one state, one product, one local government, one product over the past 4 administrations. I think we should share this vision because it is doable, because it's easy to form an implementation around it. In addition to instructing the governors to stay in their states, I don't know how constitutional that is. It is also important to mandate them to bring one product to the export market. I think this can be one.
Mr. Femi, sorry, Mr. Mohammed, President Naspan. I just want to chip on the last point Mr. Boyede made. On the all of that is one local government, one product. I'm privileged to have been carried out the pilot scheme with Japan International Cooperation Agency when they came to Nigeria. The program actually come from Japan. In Japan, they have what they call OVO, one village, one product. Coming to Nigeria, since local government is the last strata of administration, we now have all of. We did pilot scheme, Niger and Kano. I happened to be the anchor in Niger State that time. We did the pilot scheme with JICA. It's a laudable program, and I wish our government can focus attention on it. And we started with Kenya, but today Kenya has overtaken us. You go to Kenya, you see wonderful what they are doing about it.
Okay.
So it's good for us to encourage. Please, let's capture it. Next time we'll have an opportunity. I'll explain more on this project, but it's a good concept.
Thank you so much. So I want to thank the technical team, the people behind the scene, bringing you this every month. So on this note, I want to thank everybody for attending. Please, as usual, we want to take the picture. This is the time to take picture, unmute yourself, say hello to everybody, wave your hand.